Mbeumo to Manchester United. Is it a doubt now? Are we in a situation now where we may lose Bryan Mbeumo? Because according to reports, Bryan Mbeumo, obviously he has already said he wanted Manchester United, right? He said he wants Manchester United, and that's why we are already working with him. We're taking our sweet time because we know Bryan Mbeumo wants Manchester United. But there's a twist. The twist is this guy by the name of Thomas Frank, ex-Brentford manager, who is now manager of the one and only Spursy. Now, this is not a good look, right? It's not a good look because Thomas Frank may very well hijack this deal. Tottenham may hijack this deal. Imagine that. Imagine if we fail to secure the deal on Bryan Mbeumo. One of the key number 10s that we already said, listen, whatever we do, we need him ASAP. But we kind of slow on making and pulling the trigger to make this deal happen. So I'm kind of, I don't know, should we be worried? One thing we know, Daniel Levy is very stingy when it comes to the money, right? So I don't know if they're really going to pull the trigger. It could very well be, because United, apparently, we're trying to bid, if we already bid, I think we already bid 60 million, right? Now, it could be that this news that we're seeing, you're asking which news? Right here. I see that there's a report here, apparently breaking, according to the Mirror, Tottenham have launched a 70 million bid to hijack Manchester United move for Bryan Mbeumo. Spurs' offer is worth 65 million plus 5 million in add-ons, 10 million more than United, right? Now, was this bid really put in, or this is Brentford now trying to throw this news out there to kind of put pressure on us to up our bid, Manchester United bid? So, I mean, this whole thing, it looks like it is really, going kind of crazy right now, right? Of course, it's clear that Spurs are interested in Mbeumo, of course, because Thomas Frank is there. But Mbeumo has already told us that, listen, he wants United. Because if he wanted United at when he was at Brentford, when he's still at Brentford, right? He wanted United when he's at Brentford, right? So, what has changed, right? Because right now, if you're telling me, all of a sudden, he changes his mind, he doesn't want United anymore, he's willing to go to Tottenham, I'll be like, all right, so what happened? What changed? Right? You already told us, man, you gave us your word, Bryan Mbeumo, that you wanted United. So this is not good. So look, I mean, if we start losing our number one targets and we pivot to second and third, then that's pretty much the window is pretty much going to be bust, right? Because obviously we have prioritized Cunha, who's in the bag, and Mbeumo, because Ruben Amorim wanted 2 10s, and they're the best ones around and Premier League proven, right? So we really cannot afford to lose to Tottenham once again, because losing to Tottenham in that final is a disgrace. But losing to Tottenham on a big signing like Mbeumo, that will be an ultimate disgrace. We cannot let this happen. We are Manchester United we're talking about here. This is Manchester United we're talking about here. So listen, I don't think we're going to lose him to Tottenham because, again, we are a bigger club, and we're hoping on Daniel Levy being stingy with the money, that he may not want to pay that 70 million for Bryan Mbeumo. And listen, he gave us his word, right? So we are hoping that his word means something, and he's gonna, make sure that he secures the move to United, right? But again, at the end of the day, United, we need to step up our game and make sure we lock this one in. Once we lock him in, then all right, then we can work on the number 9 situation, right? Because that is a whole nother mess. Ekitike, we're linked with him. I see reports that we're talking to. Discussions have started on Osherman. Of course, Yokeres over there in Sporting, he has there's a beef going on with him and his club president. So it is all going on. But listen, we cannot lose Mbeumo to Tottenham. All right, people, let me know what you think. Are we going to get Mbeumo or not? If we lose him, how is that going to make you feel? Let me know. Smash the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe if you haven't done so already. Peace out. Brian Buemo to Manchester United. It is a here we not quite yet there, because according to reports, this is according to Sally Talks, they're saying that Manchester United reached agreement with Brentford for Brian Buemo. Brian has always wanted United, no one else. Medical and contract signing pending completion. So listen, I know we've been waiting for this, right? We've been waiting for this for the longest time. Let me just put on my United jacket. We've been waiting for this for the longest time, people. Patience is a virtue. Patience looks like it's paying off, right? Listen, Mbuemo, is it Mbuemo or Mbumo? You let me know in the comments below, because everybody just been saying their own thing, Mbuemo, Mbumo, and all this stuff. I think it's Mbuemo. Listen, Laurie Whitwell is saying that I get the sense that we are coming towards some kind of conclusion, and I think he will ultimately become a Manchester United player, right? But clearly, Brentford want a price that is above Cunha in the, 62.5 million, right? Seems to be a number that's being spoken about. So, where is United's bid at the moment? Listen, I think it's clearly very close that it's going to happen. Now listen, Ben Jacobs has been really good. Ben Jacobs was saying this, Manchester United are closing in on Brian Buemo. Add-ons are being finalized with total package exceeding 60 million. Buemo, or Mbumo, depending on what you say, is waiting on for permission to undergo a medical. Now look, Jamie Jackson, he's saying that Manchester United's fee for Brian Buemo has been agreed. All right. Now, the clubs are discussing add-ons that may take overall deal close to what Brentford's valuation is, which is 65 million. Now, look, again, Ben Jacobs over here saying that Manchester United are closing in on Brian Buemo, as revealed earlier, with Alex Crook. Add-ons being finalized with total package of 60 million. Buemo is waiting for permission to undergo medical. Manchester United are getting closer to signing Brian Buemo. United want to confirm Buemo before returning to preseason July 7th. Listen, we all need Buemo on that plane to the United States, right? Because why am I saying Sir Jim Ratcliffe? No. What I'm saying is this: Ruben Amorim needs his front three ready and firing from day one of preseason, so he can start working on them, sharpening those tools and getting them ready. So look, there's been a lot of talk about Buemo may want crazy money, right? Huge salary, upwards of 250K or more, right? Now we know this Ineos team, they're not about that, spending crazy money on these players. So what are they saying exactly? So here's the thing: rivals, obviously, and a lot of these English media have been reporting wages of 250 to 300K for both Cunha and Buemo, and they're saying that they are signing with United only because of the money. It's not because of this badge. It's only because of the money. The truth has been revealed in the last days that both their wages could be under 180K per week. All right. So here's the thing: what people don't understand is Manchester United still has that pull, people. United still has the pull. It's not all about the money. All right. People want to come and play for this club. All right. Because let me tell you something. This is Manchester United, people. All right. This is Manchester United. People want to come and play for us because they believe on our project. All right. They believe that we are going places. They believe that they can make a difference. Nothing to do with the money. So get it right. This is Manchester United we're talking about here. All right. So what I'm telling you this, Mbuemo, it's a here. Okay, fine. Not yet. But we're close. We're closer than close, people. We are closer than close to the here we go. So listen, get ready. Get excited. Because you know what? This season is going to be epic. breaking news. Listen, Brian Mbeumo to Manchester United. Brian Mbeumo to Manchester United. People, it could be happening now. We definitely hope the Brian Mbeumo saga could be coming to an end. Why am I saying this? It is because we have a David Ornstein bomber. Exclusive. Manchester United have made an improved bid to sign Brian Mbeumo from Brentford. New offer. This is the third bid. New offer for 26-year-old forward worth 65 million fixed plus 5 million in add-ons. Right? Manchester United awaiting Brentford's response as they work to close the deal for the Cameroonian international and top target for Manchester United. Now look, you can say it's about freaking time that we make this bid, because you know what? There were some reports that they were saying Brentford was moving mad. They raised the price. They wanted 70, right? They wanted 70. So United had to act quick. But here's the thing though. So you know what I think triggered the move is because there were some reports that, according to Ben Jacobs, if I'm not mistaken, was saying that Newcastle were exploring a move for Wissa. Now listen, people, we know Newcastle have the money. They don't have the money issue like that, like us. So if United, when they saw that, yo, Newcastle are going for Wissa, and if Wissa goes, Brian Mbeumo could be staying, it all went off. They were like, listen, Sir Jim, the time is now. There's no room for error. We got to execute. So what are we hearing from now from all the tier ones? The tier ones are. So what is Fabrizio Romano saying? Manchester United remain confident on Brian Mbeumo deal as they improved their bid. Proposal now up to 70 million package, add-ons included, as David Ornstein reported. Talks remain underway with Brentford. Brentford keep working on Omari Hutchison as a replacement, which was revealed by Fabrizio Romano. Ben Jacobs here, he's saying that Manchester United have made a third 65 million plus 5 in add-ons bid for Brian Mbeumo, as reported by the GOAT, David Ornstein. Man United optimistic despite suggestions. Deal has stalled. United working to get Mbeumo by Tuesday so he can be on that plane to where United States for the preseason. That's what they're trying to do, people. So this thing is going off, right? So yeah, listen, this thing is happening. Let's see what Brentford does. If they're going to reject it or they're going to accept it. Are we going to be like, forget about it, let's get to other targets? But it is all going off. Listen, you know what? I think this is it. This could be it. Listen, if you saw my video from last night or this morning, I said when I got beat by that bee yesterday, it could be a sign, people. It could be a sign. Yeah, it's kind of going down now, man. Yeah. In case you missed it, check my video, my latest video. Yeah, man, I was out on the balcony and then this bee came from nowhere and stung me on my lip. It was not a good look. All right, stop laughing. Listen, maybe it's going to be it. This could be it. It's a sign. It could be a here we go, people. See you in the next one, peace. What? It is done? Yo, listen, people. You know it's going to be a crazy Friday when you start your day. Like, listen, I'm just here trying to wash my face, you know, stuff. And I see this, and you ask me what it is? Ha! Check it out. I tell you, man, this is, wow. This, people, y'all better watch out. You have just, sorry, I'm too excited. You've just woken up a sleeping giant. People, let's talk about it. According to David Ornstein, another Ornstein bomber, Manchester United have reached an agreement with Brentford to sign forward Brian Mbeumo. After weeks of negotiations, a deal worth up to 71 million, which is equal to 95.5 US dollars million, has finally been struck. Now, I know all you guys are waiting to hear those words from the man himself, Fabrizio Romano. What did he say? Let's see. Brian Mbeumo to Manchester United. It is a here we go. Green light from Brentford, and the club-to-club agreement reached for 70 million package, as reported by The Athletic, right? Contract agreed weeks ago with Mbeumo, as he only wanted Manchester United. After Cunha, Mbeumo was always going to be next. Listen, even on this report, you see Fabrizio, referencing the GOAT, David Ornstein from The Athletic. Listen, man, Ornstein bomber. You know this is going to be an epic Friday, all right? Because this is how, listen, you told me I just woke up, I'm about to start my day. But of course, I knew it was going to be a good day. Because, guys, in case you haven't seen it, check out my video from a couple of days ago. I was out on my balcony, man, right? Balcony's over there. And I was stung by a bee, people. A bee, my lip, from nowhere. When I went to my live, talking to my people and stuff, they were like, yo, it's a sign. It means the bees are going to deliver, right? And they did. They accepted our package from yesterday, third offer. You know what? It was one of those, like, listen, if they didn't accept it, yeah, we were going to walk away. Yo, let's see what else. All right, so Fabrizio Romano continues saying Brian Mbeumo's contract at Manchester United will be valid until June 2030, plus option until June 2031. Man United wanted a +1 option, and it's been included in the agreement. So what is the structure of this package? Apparently, Fabrizio is saying that Brian Mbeumo fee will be 65 million plus 6 add-ons paid in 4 different installments. Guys, those days of paying the whole 65 or 71 million, huge chunk, it doesn't happen, right? 4 installments, that's what we wanted. Brentford accepted payment structure proposed by Manchester United. And lastly, Ben Jacob said Manchester United have reached an agreement with Brentford to sign Brian Mbeumo. Deal is worth 65 million with 6 million in add-ons, as David Ornstein called Mbeumo's to finalize the move in time to travel to America for preseason. Listen, man, we needed Mbeumo to be on that plane on Tuesday, coming to the States, right? What does this mean, man? It means now that, that issue we have had about goals, yeah, that's in the past. Because what is happening is this. Cunha is a goal machine, meaning that last season he was able to score at least, 15 goals or something like that. That is something that we needed. Mbeumo, same thing. Last season, he scored at least close to 20 goals. So that right there, even if they don't really hit the ground running like last season, they're bringing us goals, people. We needed goals. We needed goals, and we are getting goals, right? Now, Ineos, Sir Jim, Barada, Wilcox, it is not over. You're not, guys, listen, this is good. We're giving you a tick. This is good. But don't rest yet. You still have a job to do. We need the striker. Who is it going to be, people? Who is it going to be? Benjamin Šeško is out there. Right? Can we do something? I don't know. You let me know. And is it going to be a light Mateta? I'll take Mateta. Or is it going to be Ollie Watkins? It better not be Jackson. Or it's going to be this. Listen, Ineos, if you guys bring in Jackson, you're going to ruin all the goodness you've done. All the credit that you have in the bank is going to be out the window. No Jackson. No Jackson. I'm telling you, I haven't heard anyone excited about the Jackson links. All right, so no Jackson, no Calvin Lewin, none of that. No Jamie Vardy. Okay, all right? Man, what a day. What a day. You know what? Glory, glory, Man United, people. Listen, you all better watch out. You have woken up a giant. I'm hoping I'm putting that into existence, people, because you know what? I think, I know, and I hope, and I pray that Mbeumo, Cunha, the 210s, I think they'll cook because, again, Premier League proven. That's what we wanted, right? That's what we wanted. And even if, say, for example, imagine this. You have Mbeumo, you have Cunha, you have Xerxes up top. They can cook. They can do something. Even if Rasmus is there, I think it's going to be a better scenario because these two can supply, can create for Rasmus, right? Hey, listen. The important part is we got to score some goals, baby. And check this out.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Marcus to Barcelona. It is a here we go. Listen, people, this is what we wanted, right? We wanted movement, right? We wanted movement. We wanted these players out of here, right? And one of the big ones was definitely Marcus Rashford, right? And him finalizing that move to Barcelona, it is a huge deal. This is why, all right? According to reports, it looks like Barcelona, they're going to cover 100% of his salary. Now, listen, the reports are also saying that he actually took somewhat of a pay cut. So his pay, what we know, I think it's around, it was around 300, right? 300K a week. So even if he took a pay cut, it's not going to be like he agreed to get paid like 100 or something like that, right? It's going to be significant, right? Still, that amount of salary on a weekly basis, it is out of our books. It means now that money can be used to do other business, right? Now, of course, big deal for Rashford. He advocated for this move, or you can say he manifested it. I'm using a word here by my boy KG, right? He said he manifested this because this is what he wanted. He wanted this move. He prioritized Barcelona, right? There was no other team that he was willing to talk to. This was also confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. He's saying there was no one else that he wanted to deal with. Those links with Juventus that we saw a couple of days ago, there was the story going on that Juve is going to rescue both freedom fighters, right? That was not true. You know, he was not talking to anyone else. He would only talk to someone else, another team, if once his team exhausted every move, and for sure it wasn't going to happen, right? So it's definitely a big deal for him going there. Now, of course, Rashford is a Manc, born and bred. He's one of our own. I remember Rashford making his debut, man. Right? I remember him making his debut, and so I saw him coming in, and now he's leaving. The way he's leaving is not ideal, honestly. You know, we wished he could have stayed longer. We wished he could have been able to perform better at the highest level. Now, I know the likes of Teddy Sheringham, right? He's not very happy right now, right? Because Teddy Sheringham was like, he didn't hold any punches, man. He was like, listen, this guy, we were talking about Rashford a couple of weeks ago, a couple of days ago, right? He said, yeah, Rashford does not deserve to get a move, right? He said he does not deserve to get a step up, because Teddy Sheringham was like, listen, Barcelona move is a step up. So he was saying he doesn't deserve it because, you know, every player's dream, every young player's dream. Okay, these papers up here in my car, man, they kind of drive me crazy. All right, let me just remove those. All right, there's another paper here. All right, let's get rid of that. Okay, there you go, much better. So yeah, so Teddy Sheringham was like, listen, this guy, he doesn't deserve a move to Barcelona, because every kid's dream is to play for your for a big club, and he got a chance to play for a big club, which is Manchester United, and he kind of threw it away, right? So Teddy Sheringham was like, nah, he shouldn't get a move. So right now, I'm sure this news today, Teddy Sheringham is like really pissed off, right? But you know, the news came by very quick during that game, Man United versus Leeds. I was doing the watch along. All of a sudden, by halftime, I think early morning, we saw that there were some reports that Barcelona have submitted a bid, and it didn't take that long, man. After they submitted a bid, all of a sudden, Fabrizio gives us a here we go, right? And Hansi Flick had already greenlit him, obviously coming over to Barcelona. And Fabrizio Romano was saying that with the links of Luis Diaz not going through, the only option that Hansi Flick wanted in that forward position was Rashi. Now, Luis Diaz, of course, they're saying that he was going to be too expensive, and getting him registered was going to be hard. So they didn't want to. They decided to go with the Rashford option, right? So kind of everything worked out, honestly, for Rashford. It worked out for us, right? Because again, he gets the move that he wants, and we get that huge chunk of his salary off our books, right? Which is that's what we wanted to do. And now, ideally, I know we needed the money, right? Ideally, we would like to sell him, but it's not possible right now, right? And so this deal, from what I remember, was it's going to be obviously 1 year with an option to buy, right? So it's not an obligation like Sanchellini. It's going to be an option, and if they decide to buy him next summer, it's going to be, I think, 30 million, right? So again, we shall see. Now, if I was Rashi right now, knowing that this is it, right? This is it. This is the move that you've dreamt with before, and he has to take this with both hands, saying, listen, this is my second chance, right? If I'm going to make it to that England flight for the World Cup, I need to hit the ground running. I need to go out there and kill it. Like, you know what? Just kill it. Like, kill it on that field, right? Because this is it. Because if he gets sent back, right? If he goes out there, he acts like a big guy. I am Marcus Rashford, man. Coming in there, they're not giving it his all, and they send him back. That will be a complete and utter failure. Because where are you gonna go next, right? This again. So he's getting a second chance. You're coming from a big club, and you're going to another big club, right? So he has to kill it. So I know we're all gonna be rooting for him, right? Because I want him to do well. Also for us guys, it's going to give us a chance or a reason to watch the El Clasico, right? It's going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold versus Marcus Rashford. Come on, man. It's exciting, right? So it's going to give us a reason to watch the El Clasico. We have our own lad in Rashi out there. Definitely he's going to be starting, right? And I can imagine Rashi, the first day in training, comes in there, boom, he sees Rafinha. No, actually, he sees Lamine Yamal. You can see that Rashi will be smiling and happy and stuff like that, because he did that interview. He said, yeah, man, Lamine Yamal is one of those kids like everybody will want to play with. So, I mean, listen, he has to do well. He has to do well. I don't think it's any chance he will not, because he also has a point to prove, right? Because he'd feel like, listen, I know Ruben Amorim and I kind of fell apart, whatever. This is my chance. I need to show that I can make that flight for the World Cup, because that's his ultimate goal, right? To make it to the World Cup and to do well, right? He got to do well. So yeah, this again, excellent news, honestly, today, right? From piggybacking from the Brian Mbeumo, here we go, yesterday, right? So talking about Brian Mbeumo, he was at Old Trafford today, doing first part of his medical. I think tomorrow we're gonna see the second part. He's gonna complete the second part of his medical. And then, listen, we may get some pictures tomorrow holding the shirt, signing, and Mbeumo should be on that flight on Tuesday, hopefully, right? Because I think there's some visa issues. Yeah, talking about visa, man, he's coming to the States. You gotta make sure things are straight, right? But yeah, big up to actually Ineos. They're making moves. That's what we wanted. We wanted outgoings. We got one. Now go and work on Garnacho, because Garnacho is our money maker, people. And then Anthony and the rest, right? We need them out, but we need that striker, Ineos. We need that striker. Let me know what's your striker choice. Is it going to be Sheshko? Is it going to be Mateta? Is it Oli Watkins? Smash the like, people. Hit that follow. Hit that subscribe. I'll see you all the next one. Peace. Brian Mbeumo to Manchester United. It is a done deal. He is officially a Red, people. Brian Mbeumo is a Manchester United player officially. He is our new number 19. I mean, this is good because the actual number 19 was available, right? So he didn't have to take it off of anyone's back, right? Unlike our boy Matthias Cunha. But listen, it is what it is. Cunha got his 10. But you know what? We're here to talk about Brian Mbeumo, man. What did he say? So Brian Mbeumo said, listen, as soon as I knew there was a chance to join Manchester United, I had to take the opportunity to sign for the club of my dreams. This is the team whose shirt I wore as I was growing up. So what else did Brian Mbeumo say? He said, listen, my mentality is always to be better than I was yesterday. I know that I have the spirit and the character to reach another level. Here, learning from Ruben Amorim and playing alongside world-class players. Everybody told me about the environment that is being created here at Manchester United, and now, and how exciting the plans are going to be in the future. This is a massive club with an incredible stadium and an amazing fans. We are all really determined to challenge for the biggest trophies. Get in. Listen, man, it is all about the mentality, right? This guy coming in here, he could have gone anywhere, but he chose Manchester United, right? Because that's his dream. Right? Growing up, he was, I'm sure he has some pictures somewhere, him rolling around with Man United jersey, because, we're a big club. We've always been a big club. Everyone wants to play for a big club. Again, the reports are saying Manchester United confirmed Brian Mbeumo has joined from Brentford on a 5+1 deal, 65 million plus 6 million fee. I believe that is an add-on. So again, what do we got to say? Brian Mbeumo, welcome to Manchester United. And listen, is he going to be on the plane, you're asking? Absolutely. Brian Mbeumo will fly with the club to the US preseason tour. Listen, people, I'm excited to see this guy, right? I'm going to be the lucky few who could, we're going to be at the stadium to see what Mbwems is going to be doing. Yes, we're going to be at MetLife, right? Getting the full effect, first time, right? To see him stepping on the field wearing that red of Manchester United kit. So listen, what did we sign, right? Statman Dave here is saying that only Mohamed Salah, 47, Alexander Isak, 29, were directly involved in more Premier League goals last season than Manchester United's Bryan Mbeumo, right? The most productive Premier League player Man United could possibly have ever bought at this point in time. Come on, people. We needed goals. We went and got goals and assists. So again, we don't know what his salary going to be, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. But Laurie Whitwell is reporting that Bryan Mbeumo's salary at Manchester United is incentivized based on performance and is basically comfortably within the club's pay structure. So those days of 300K plus, yeah, they're over, right? So it's within the pay structure. I'm sure the numbers will come later on, but so far, according to Laurie Whitwell, that is exactly what we wanted to do with all these players that we're signing. So look, one thing is this, according to Ben Jacobs, he's saying, listen, understand Manchester United are delighted to have secured their top two number 10 targets in Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha. Never wavered from his desire to join Manchester United. Basically, the 65 million plus 6 viewed as a fair fee on all sides. Bonuses triggered by both team and individual performances, right? It hasn't gone unnoticed at Manchester United that only Haaland, Salah, Isak, and Watkins have more EPL goals than Mbeumo over the last 3 seasons. What? And Jason Wilcox, he said this: we are delighted to have secured another one of our primary targets ahead of the pre-season tour. Listen, I know we failed on Liam Delap. Fine, I'm sure, according to reports, Liam Delap was definitely one of their striker primary targets. Yeah, we failed on that, but Cunha coming in, Mbeumo coming in, this is huge deal for our club. Huge deal. Of course, it is still not enough, not anywhere close enough to what we need in this club right now, right? We have seen that from even when we played Leeds, right? Ruben Amorim did acknowledge that, listen, we are lacking legs in that midfield. So we definitely badly need a midfielder, right? So from the reports, we're not really seeing that the next signing will be a midfielder, but we are seeing reports that the next signing, most likely, is going to be a striker, right? We saw reports today, Højlund is being linked with a move to Serie A, which I hope it happens. But again, according to Ornstein and some of the other reports, the three main strikers were being linked with people. It is Benjamin Šeško, Nicholas Jackson, right, and Ollie Watkins, right? That is it. Those are the only ones we've been linked with so far. Apparently, those guys were shortlisted. You let me know who is your first choice, right? I know a lot of people. They're really not liking the idea of Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea because Chelsea are criminals. We should not give them any more of our hard-earned money. Forget about it. So if you ask me, I don't want to see anything to deal with Nicholas Jackson, right? We signed Nicholas Jackson, all my days. People, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to support the club, right? But again, whichever player comes in, yes, I'm going to back him because he is our player, but it's going to be tough, man. Nicholas Jackson, no. Now, people are saying, well, Ollie Watkins is up there in the age, so he may also be an issue. What if you give him that contract and then a year or two he falls apart, right? With the age, he may not be really the solution. So that leaves me with Benjamin Šeško. In my opinion, I like the Šeško idea. The problem is, then you are signing another potential, right? We are just right now trying to get rid of Højlund, right? So bringing in a Šeško, it is risky. It is risky, right? He hasn't done it in the Premier League. So that is tough. And what Ineos they've been doing now with all these signings is actually bringing in Premier League proven players, right? Instead of going out there and signing a lot of foreign players. That is why it is scary, the fact that Nicholas Jackson is out there available, right? And also, Watkins is available, so that they may be going to those. Now, Nicholas Jackson, another issue is he fits in that the age range, right? He fits in that age range that Ineos is trying to go with, right? So that being the case, Nicholas Jackson, man, I don't know, people. I don't know. I'm not liking it. I am not liking it. And you know what? The way Chelsea are, listen, Chelsea can make a really good deal, and then Ineos will be like, you know what? We had to go for it. I mean, it wasn't too good of a deal, right? Chelsea has 100 strikers, whatever. I don't know. I'm just kidding, right? But Jackson is down in the pecking order. They may be willing to make a deal, stretch the payments, and whatever work with us with our money situation. That may be very enticing for Ineos. So they may go for Jackson, man. I hope not. I hope not. All right. You know what? If I was to choose, give me Sheshko, man. But you know what? This video is about one player only. Bryan Mbeumo, welcome to Manchester United. Get in. Looking forward for you to do your magic. Wish you all the best. You're gonna be a star, man. You're gonna be a star at this club. Peace. Smash a like, hit the subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace. Bryan Mbeumo, Andre Onana, all smiles right here on that plane to preseason to the United States. Listen, people, the boys are in the air right now, all the way to Chicago before the first preseason game in New Jersey. Hope to see you all there because I'm going. Yep. Let me know if you're coming to Chicago, to New Jersey. We can link up. You know, hit me on the message, right? But yeah, man. Today we saw the boys getting on a plane, right? There were some names that were not part of the traveling team, right? One notable was Harry Maguire, right? Harry Maguire was not on that plane. A lot of people were worried, what is going on? Why is Harry Maguire not there? But we were told it's for personal reasons. Now, we usually don't like to hear those words about personal reasons because it's usually something that is not the greatest. But Harry Maguire did affirm via social media that everything is sorted out, and he will be joining the team tomorrow. So he'll be catching another flight to link up with the whole squad, which is this is incredible to hear because we need everybody, right? We need everybody. And honestly, say what you want, Harry Maguire is a very crucial member of the Ruben Amorim team. Ruben Amorim really rates Maguire, so it's good that everything was sorted out, and he is going to be joining the squad. Listen, man, yesterday we saw Bryan Mbeumo was part of the training, so he had his first training with the crew. We see here from this picture, you see him going through the gauntlet, right? Again, the man is on the plane, which is good too. So, and right here, people, that is the list of the traveling party. Altai Bandier, Tom Heaton, Bernard Mee, Murdoch, and Andre Onana. Andre Onana, even though he's injured, he was able to make the flight. Of course, as you can see there, all smiles with his boy, Bryan Mbeumo. Your defenders are Diogo Dalot, Matthias De Ligt, Patrick Chipueze, Dogu, Tyler Fredrickson, Heaven, Diogo Leon, Lisandro Martinez. Yes, the butcher is on the plane, people. That's what's up, man. That's what we want to hear. We want to see that because you can see I dropped the video earlier. You saw your boy working hard to get fit because you know what? We need the butcher back in that team. But yeah, Licha is in there. Mazraoui is in there. Reece Monroe, Luke Shaw, and of course, Lenny Yoro. Your midfielders, Casemiro, Toby Collier, Bruno Fernandes, Jack Fletcher, Sekou Kone. Listen, people, Sekou Kone, I'm really looking forward to see him getting a chance to show what he can do, right? I think Sekou Kone, to me, could be that, maybe, I know we need a midfielder, right? Sekou Kone could be that guy that in the meantime, he can kind of cover here and there, right? Not to start, he's a kid, but from his legs, energy in that midfield, from the last game we saw in Asia, I like him. So I don't know, I'm looking forward to see Kone getting some time in that midfield. Kobe Manu, Mason Mount, and Manu Ugarte. Your forwards, Ahmad Dino, Matthias Cunha, Rasmus, Benito Montato, Wems, of course, Cheeto, Ethan Williams, and Xerxes. And I do not see, oh yeah, Cunha is right there. Yeah, so yeah, big up to Cunha. People, in case you don't know, Cunha, they received a new member of their family. I believe his wife gave birth. I believe it's your daughter. So congrats to Cunha. You can check him out right here. So big up to him. So listen, man, Cunha, he's starting life at Manchester United with a new daughter, a new red, you know. So it is exciting for him, excited for his family. Listen, man, I think he's going to be a big player for us. So what is the next thing that we're going to do after completing the signing of Cunha and Wems, right? Manchester United, according to David Ornstein, are set to focus on signing in other areas. In no particular order, the goalkeeper department needs an addition. That's why we keep on being linked with Lamens, right? I have a feeling that we're going to sign Lamens. And from what we hear about this guy, Lamens, I'm not going to say here, I've really sat here and watched him in action and all this stuff, but apparently experts are saying this guy Lamens could be You know, he's young, but he has the potential to be even better than, dare I say it, than the hair. They're saying he could be better than the hair. Imagine that. So yeah, so this is a man's kid. It looks like we may end up signing him, right? So we're gonna get him, and then also a defensive midfielder is also on the agenda. Guys, this is big. We know we need a midfielder, right? So it looks like it's definitely on the agenda. That is good, and of course, another one that is a key factor, key importance is a striker, right? This is according to David Ornstein. So those are the three areas that we're going to try to address, and we shall see what we're going to do. Now, I really think all this depends on outgoings, right? So talking about outgoings, Laurie Whitwell here is reporting that attention now is on sales, with several strikers being considered. If Rasmus Højlund leaves, there's a potential that he could be leaving, right? Benjamin Šeško tracked, but no active thoughts on move. Club not planning to bid. Obviously, they were talking about Victor Gyökeres here, which is gone, right? Barca have a 30 million buy option in Marcus Rashford's loan. This is according to Laurie Whitwell, all right? I see other news here. Chris Wheeler is saying breaking Matthias Cunha included in the Man United tour squad despite becoming a father for the second time, right? And also, yeah, he reported that Harry Maguire, he stayed behind, but now personal matters have been addressed, so he will be part of that. He'll be joining the so yeah, so some of the players that were left behind, Garnacho was one of them, Terrell Malacia, Anthony, right? Who else? Sancho, they were left behind. But one clear indicator of the culture changing is this: Garnacho being left out is undoubtedly one of the clearest signs that Amorim is changing the culture at Manchester United. So look, before this, one player went toe-to-toe with two different managers and survived, right? Ten Hag tried to change the culture, but he, to be honest, you know, he was selective and he also couldn't do it. So Ten Hag cracked down on some, but turned the blind eye on others. So he was kind of being, choosy on how he cracked it down. But now under Amorim, it's different. He's ruthless across the board. All right, it's a different matter if name is Manu, Ahmad, or even Bruno. If your attitude is off, you are going to get it. All right, no excuses. So basically, this is the first time in a long time where the message is crystal clear. No player is bigger than the badge, right? You can't lobby the board, you can't influence the manager, and you won't get away with poor standards, no matter your popularity. You know, listen, we saw it across the board. The way he handled Garnacho, Rashford, Sancho, all of them. Yo, Amorim, I think slowly he's getting that grip on that team, right? Which is really good to see, because we need that culture to change. Players need to understand that you are never going to be bigger than the club. It doesn't matter who you are, you can be benched. In short, we say no more player power. So yeah, man, people, let me know what you think about all this. I know we covered a lot. It was a quick rundown of what is going on. But listen, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what these boys are going to do, right? I'm excited to see the next couple of days what we're going to do in the market, because I don't know if we're going to make moves so quickly now that we are out there on preseason, right? It's kind of hard for us sometimes to walk and chew gum at the same time. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't really hear much until we come back. From preseason tour. But I saw some reports somewhere that Ruben Amorim did say, apparently, he told the board, listen, people, these guys that are left behind that didn't go with us, Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony, Terrell Malacia, I want them gone by the time we come back, right? I don't know if that is true, but if it can happen, that will be, a better situation, right? Because again, if we come back from preseason and the guys are there, it's kind of going to mess up the vibe of the place. Smash a like, hit a subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.